to listen so that we can gain maximally from this discussion or from this lecture in Jesus' name.
I want to say Happy New Year to all of us.
A kú ọdún tuntun o.
Because our own festivity is on camp meeting.
Nítorí ọdún wa òun náà ni àgọ́.
So as we are entering into New Year,
bí a ṣe wọ ọdún tuntun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìjọ onírètí bọ̀ Jésù lẹ́yìn ní Ondo mission.
Another camp meeting will be next year.
Òmíràn ọdún tó ń bọ̀ là tó wáyé.
And I wish by grace all of us will be part of the coming one in Jesus' name.
Mo gbàdúrà pé gbogbo wa là á wà láàyè lórúkọ Jésù.
Our time is 5:45 now.
Aago 6:45.
And we discuss this with us. If the ICC can get it projected, fine. If not, we will send it to your WhatsApp as time goes on.
Tí a fẹ́ kán bá wa tètè ṣe ṣùgbọ́n bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ a sì máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa.
The discussion is church, laity and clergy relationship.
Ìbáṣepọ̀ tó wà láàárín ọmọ ìjọ àti àwọn àlùfáà.
I will talk on general things that we do in the church, who is in charge, and how should we as laity relate to it. Then we allow time for question and contribution.
Màá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé a máa ń ṣe nínú ìjọ, àwọn wo ni ó wà ní tó jẹ́ alábòójútó nǹkan tàbí òmíràn. A dẹ̀ máa fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún ìbéèrè tàbí àfikún.
I would like to start by saying church is not anybody's property.
Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti sọ pé ìjọ kìí ṣe ohun ìní ẹnikẹ́ni.
It is not my creation, it is not your creation.
Kìí ṣe èmi ni mo dá ìjọ, kìí ṣe ìwọ ló dá ìjọ.
And with that, I want to ask all the pastors available here to please stand up.
Pẹ̀lú eléyìí gbogbo àwọn àlùfáà tó wà láàárín nínú gbọ̀ngàn yìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde dúró. All pastors. Àwọn àlùfáà ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde dúró.
Yes. If there is any pastor that is not here, that is the beginning of bad relationship with church member.
Tó bá ní àlùfáà tí ò sí níbí, ìbáṣepọ̀ búburú ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀ nìyẹn o pẹ̀lú ọmọ ìjọ.
When pastors are not in the church and the church member are in the church and pastor cannot be found, that is not a beginning of good relationship.
Bí àwọn ọmọ ìjọ bá wà nínú ìjọ tí àwọn àlùfáà ò sí níbẹ̀, ìbáṣepọ̀ tí ò dára ni.
So pastors, I will start with you. You can take your seat, but I will start.
Ẹ̀yin àlùfáà ẹ lè jókòó ṣùgbọ́n màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yín.
Please, church members.
Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìjọ.
When we are having church which doesn't belong to anybody, we assume or we believe we are in the presence of God.
Tí a bá ní ìjọ tó jẹ́ pé kì í ṣe ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wa lónìí, a nígbàgbọ́ wípé a wà níwájú Olúwa.
And a pastor cannot become a pastor if he has not been a church member.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àlùfáà ò lè jẹ́ àlùfáà tí ò bá ti kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ.
Therefore, a pastor is somebody within the church member who has received professional training, not necessarily degree level, but professional training to take care of the church and enable the church member to do their function understandably, intelligently, and effectively.
Nítorí náà, àlùfáà ni ẹni tó ti kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ tí wọ́n wá fún ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ṣe lè bójútó àwọn ọmọ ìjọ kí ìjọ kó lè dúró dáradára.
I want you to get it into our mind. Pastors are not the worker. They are to work for the church to achieve the goal of the church.
Àwọn àlùfáà jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ tí ó ní láti ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìjọ láti lè jẹ́ kí ìjọ kí ó ṣe àṣeyọrí.
So the church member has their profession, and in order to make sure that they are facing what God has called them to do, the pastor is now empowered by training to take care of what the nitty-gritty of the business of the church, which doesn't belong to anybody, is God, is now to give the church member practical training on how to do church.
Àlùfáà iṣẹ́ wọn náà ni láti jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ ìjọ tó jẹ́ pé oníkálùkù wọn ló ní iṣẹ́ tirẹ̀, kí àlùfáà kọ́ wọn ní ẹ̀kọ́ tí ó yẹ kán mọ̀ láti lè bójútó ìjọ, láti lè ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn nínú ìjọ náà bó ti tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ.
I will say something that you are free to ask questions later on.
Màá máa sọ àwọn nǹkan kan tó jẹ́ pé ẹ ní àǹfààní láti béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè nígbà tó bá yá.
Church pastor is first and foremost a church member who, by decision of the church member, is to receive professional training to enable the church to do their work as God desires.
Àlùfáà jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ àkọ́kọ́ nínú ìjọ, ẹni tó ti jẹ́ pé ó ti gba ẹ̀kọ́ láti lè kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìjọ ní ẹ̀kọ́ ohun tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe nínú ilé Ọlọ́run gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọlọ́run ṣe fẹ́ kán ṣe é.
At this junction, I will ask question and anybody can answer it.
Ní àsìkò yìí mo fẹ́ béèrè ìbéèrè, ẹnikẹ́ni ló sì lè dáhùn ìbéèrè náà.
Who is a pastor? Is the pastor church servant, church leader, spiritual leader, or just any of the church member?
Ta ni àlùfáà ṣe ó jẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ nínú ìjọ ni, tàbí adarí nínú ìjọ, tàbí ó kàn jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ lásán?
Can somebody just tell me your deal? Just anyone you answer is okay.
Ẹnikẹ́ni ló lè dá ìbéèrè yẹn.
Okay, let's say.
Yes, according to what you have told us, pastor is a church member that has been given professional technical know-how about the work of God and how to bring up the church towards God's work. Thanks.
Okay, you are correct.
Wọ́n ní àlùfáà ni ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ọmọ ìjọ tí wọ́n ti kọ́ ní ẹ̀kọ́ láti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìjọ láti jẹ́ kí ìjọ kó dúró.
I will give everyone to answer now two options. Is it the servant of the church or spiritual leader?
Ṣé ó jẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ nínú ìjọ ni tàbí ó tún jẹ́ adarí ti ẹ̀mí?
Which one?
Èwo ni?
Let somebody
wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá láyà ó wá wọ́ ni, ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ náà wọ́ wọ́n á dẹ̀ pè ọ́. Ẹ má bọ̀ mọ́.
We are saying this together. I'm not the one saying it now.
Gbogbo wa là ń sọ papọ̀, kì í ṣèmi mò ń sọ o.
Pásítọ̀ jẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ ìjọ.
Okay, you are right. Thank you.
Wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, wọ́n sọ pé ìránṣẹ́ ìjọ náà jẹ́ is a servant of the church.
Any other question, any other contribution? One, just last one.
Ṣé o ní ìdáhùn mìíràn?
Somebody, I just want somebody to raise hand to give it to you. I don't want general. Please give her the microphone.
The pastor is supposed to be a spiritual leader in the church.
Suppose that he is.
He is a spiritual leader.
Okay, so let's
Wọ́n ní
consider.
àlùfáà náà jẹ́ olùdarí nípa ti ẹ̀mí nínú
Let us
ìjọ.
consider the three answers we have received. He's a trained personnel, he's a servant, he's a spiritual leader. All the three are right.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo àwọn ìbéèrè mẹ́ta tí a ti béèrè tá a ti dáhùn wípé ó jẹ́ ìránṣẹ́, ó jẹ́ ẹni tí ó ti gba ẹ̀kọ́ láti darí ìjọ, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni ó jẹ́ adarí nípa ti ẹ̀mí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta báyìí.
Now, by the time we begin to ask questions and answer, if the time permits, if there is a problem in the church, who should be held responsible? Definitely it should be the pastor.
Tí ìṣòro bá wà nínú ìjọ, ta ni ó yẹ kí a dì mú? Nítòótọ́ àlùfáà ló
If
jẹ́.
there is a problem at home, who do we take responsible? Is it mommy or daddy?
Tí ìṣòro bá wà nínú ìdílé, ta ni ó yẹ ká dì mú? Ṣé ìyá ni tàbí bàbá?
I see. So, in that case, a pastor is responsible for what is going on in his church. In that case, is a spiritual leader.
Nítorí náà ohunkóhun tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìjọ tí àlùfáà bá wà òun náà ni a máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Tí a bá fi ilé ìwò òun náà ni adarí ìjọ nípa ti ẹ̀mí.
If a pastor doesn't have power given by the church, he may not be able to handle any problem in the church.
Tí ìjọ ò bá fún àlùfáà ní agbára kò ní lè ṣe, ó lè má lè ṣe ohunkóhun nínú ìjọ.
Therefore, as a church which belongs to God, God gave the church a kind of series of guidance which we in Seventh-day Adventists put together and labeled it Church Manual and the Bible.
Nítorí náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọ Ọlọ́run ti ṣe àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ kan eléyìí tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbékalẹ̀ tí a lè tẹ̀lé eléyìí tí a pè ní Church Manual wa eléyìí tí ó ń darí wa bí a ṣe ń ṣètò nínú ìjọ.
When we have Church Manual, the church decides how to apply the Church Manual without violating it.
Bó tiẹ̀ ti jẹ́ pé a ní Church Manual wa ìyẹn ìwé tí ètò wa wà nínú rẹ̀ bí a ṣe ń ṣe síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ ìjọ náà ló máa ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ bí a ṣe máa rí mọ̀ pé a lo manual yẹn bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ.
One of the activities that the Church Manual allow the church member to decide that we have time for fellowship. From Sabbath, depending on your own. In my own church, we start our divine service in Sabbath school by 8:50 and close by 1 o'clock.
Ara àwọn ìjọ àwọn kan tó wà nínú ìwé tí ó jẹ́